Dallas.
Amen.
You are here.
How was your day?
My day was all right.
Same,
Good.
same.
Good.
Busy but good, for sure.
Yeah, for Thursday, it was cool.
It's my Friday. Amen. Want to do it?
Wanna do it?
Well,
It's
it's
only
happy
weird.
hour. It's happy hour, so
Oh,
cheers.
of course, cheers.
Happy hours.
Cheers.
What y'all drinking? It look pretty. Hey, friend.
We're drinking Southern Peach margaritas.
Yes.
And what about you? What you drinking?
What you drinking?
Double strength. We double strength right here. Double strength margarita.
Double strength. Ooh. My
Three
girl trying
poured
to be lit.
with a nice little Grand Marnier floater.
Of course, of course. I love you, little grandma and your floater.
Zhuzh it up a little bit.
A
Gotta zhuzh it
little zhuzh on that.
up.
Zhuzh on that.
Zhuzh.
Okay.
All righty.
Well, ladies, here we are again.
What up, Apple Jacks?
Hey, girl, hey. So let's start this live off by, I want each one of y'all to tell me a word or phrase that has gotten you through the week thus far.
Well, I had this conversation yesterday at work. Had a colleague come to, sis, what's going on? How you doing? I said, I'm making it. She said, well, tell me one good thing. Here's my one good thing. As of yesterday, so I'm going to take a day off. It was seven sleeps before my nice little vacation.
Nice. Seven sleep. That's it.
Seven sleeps. That's it. For my wonderful family time and my break from the business that is work. Yeah, so pushing. That's what got me through this week. Just keep pushing. I was Dory. Just keep swimming.
Okay.
Well, you know, summertime. It's officially summertime this week. It just started. And I am not only a summer baby. Shout out to all my cancers out there, my cancer baddies. Calm down. Yeah. So I would say summer. I absolutely love summer. That's my favorite season. The heat, all of it. I hear y'all complaining. That's cool. I love it. Because, you know, it means that we're outside looking cute, barbecues everywhere. So I'm summer. I think that's probably going to get me through the rest of the year, actually.
Yeah.
Just summer.
I mean, I too am a summer baby. So I can agree that summer is a driving force. But for me, my word that gets me through the week is the sunshine. Like waking up and seeing the sunshine every single day. Yes. Because y'all know I love the sun.
It ain't going
This melanin thrives on the sun.
Applejack, you know, summertime fine birthdays. You know. You know. That 10 out of 10 becomes 100 out of 10. For sure. So, yes, I think it's always important to kind of have a word or something that you focus to get you through the week, and you know, just make sure you stay in good vibes and stuff. So that's always that. I really appreciate that. I like that. You know, I like that. I'm not thinking new words for the week.
And y'all can share words with us too. You know, we want to see what got you through the week.
Yeah, what got you through the week? What's been getting you through the week for real?
Yes,
like
in the comments. Tell us in the comments what's a word or phrase that has gotten you through the week. What's your word or phrase that has gotten you through the week thus far?
Because sometimes you just need a little motivation. You just need something to kind of help you.
My girl said alcohol.
Really? I mean, yes. But really,
I mean,
yes.
It's happy hour.
Yes. That's word too. Yes. Tequila, sugar honey iced tea is, you know, preferably my favorite all the time. But yes, alcohol is a good word to get you through the word.
Man, Applejack.
That's our first day back at work. It don't count for you because you've been already vacation.
I know you don't need no words. You were not thinking. You were on vacation.
while we've been out here slaving in these streets.
Working on the plantation for a bit. So,
I it's colorful curse words. I'm stop it for 2
well, you
seconds.
creative.
I messed up because I was gonna do this before we got into the conversation and the fun stuff, and I'm gonna say this because he follows us. Happy 16th birthday to my oldest nephew today.
Oh, little Marcus. Little Marcus. Oh, I had the pleasure of meeting him last time. He is so sweet.
Happy 16th birthday,
little Marcus.
Yes, happy birthday. Definitely happy birthday. 16, oh, to be cool.
Oh,
That was-
while we're talking about birthdays, you know our next live will be celebrating somebody's birthday.
Who? Who birthday we celebrating?
Birthday Girl show. Next
Yeah.
live. 2 weeks, y'all tune in.
The birthday girl show is in 2 weeks.
And they
I'm
coming in
excited.
Nashville. Tell nobody.
What you think?
I'm lying. They not. Look at Melinda. I said, they coming to Nashville. Don't tell nobody. Their face got so straight. I don't know why. They ain't want to come to Nashville.
All right.
All right. Before we jump into the topic that's listed, the Simps and Pick Me's, we want to talk about our question of the week that we had in our story and our post.
Yes, the ride or die.
Does the ride or die still exist? Is it, you
Come
know,
on, Jax, you always will. Come on.
come on, like, does the ride or die still exist? I think it's a interesting, you know, when we think about how back in the day it used to be ride or die, right? And you were in it to win it. You had the neck tattoo, you know what I'm saying? I love Chris. And then you know, all that stuff. So does the, you know, of course that's the extreme version, of course.
I'm a stick beside him culture.
I'm gonna stick beside
even
him.
though he got a family across town, I'm gonna stick beside him. The ride or die.
The ride or dies no more. I think the ride or die is dead. I think, and we discussed this a little bit. I don't want to know. It's been the ride or die. I don't want to die no more. I'm a ride and live. Amen.
Right.
Okay, my sister resuscitated.
Ain't no ride or die. I'm a ride or ride. We gonna ride and we gonna ride. We gonna thrive. We gonna live. We gonna grow. We gonna be successful. What I got to die for?
Either or, for your friends or for your significant other. I think I agree with you in the ride or thrive for sure, Candace. I think it's a mindset too. So some people are in it. You know, I think it's, of course, it's important to protect yourself. You know, because unfortunately, you know, takers are really good at taking if you're a giver. But I do think ride or thrive is a really good way. When you said that, I really did enjoy that, because at the end of the day, like I know I want someone to ride for me.
Yeah.
And I hope I could be, you know, I hope I could be that to somebody else as well.
Right.
The dying part is what's concerning to me. I don't, you know, I recently just got insurance, so we just are working through that right now. So I think it's just the ride or thrive is a really good way of putting it. I think, and whether it be friendships or relationships, your goal is always to uplift that person. So you should be riding. It shouldn't even be a die, because you should be advising that person so well. There shouldn't be a die there.
Yeah, because it can't be one-sided where like you the only one riding and they sucking the life out you, whether it's your friends or your significant other. Because I mean, everybody got a season, whether it be your friend or your significant other.
I say it all the time. Can't poke them in the cup.
So with the ride or thrive, I might ride and thrive with you, or I'm gonna ride and thrive by myself. But
yes.
It depends on the give and take.
Yes. Whether this hoopty gonna thrive, whether you hop on or hop off.
Yes.
No matter what we riding in, we gonna ride.
We gonna ride for sure. I thought that was honestly a great question, and I thought that was something that really made me think about it. Because yeah, like growing up, you always, you know, how many songs can you name with ride or die in it? And now I think, especially our generation, we done seen the death, resuscitation, shooting, murder, death of so many of our older, you know, whether it be our parents or our elders. It's like, nah, I can't die that many times.
Well, you know, this new generation, they ain't ride or die for nothing. They don't ride or die for jobs, people, nothing.
No.
They will quit
They
in a
to pick
minute.
up and go. They to pick up and go.
Yes.
So yes, you gotta,
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing if you got the means to do it. But you can't be riding and dying, or riding and flying it as a bump either.
got the seat of your pants, just riding, just doing that. So
But you
yeah,
said
that
they
was
were
a
all
great topic.
devoted to the women being ride or die, and the men didn't receive. No, they did not. That's what I'm saying.
That's where the die came from.
Yes.
The die comes from when you basically are left on your own.
That's what I said. When you ride it out for this man, he got a whole other family across town.
That's true. They don't, and that's very much true. They don't most times. So you that ride or die, it's a little questionable.
You know, riding it out.
Can't be Laverne and Shirley jumping out the car before it jumps off the cliff. You know, that's kind of tough. Sorry, that's an old reference. You know,
this question though lead us into our conversation.
Yeah, it does.
Simpin ain't pimpin'.
So we sitting here, the ride or die, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just said the women be riding, men don't be riding for their women, though the women be riding for their men. But then you got the conversation where a dude might be riding for his woman, but society say he a simp because he doing too much.
Right, because
What's what's your definition of a simp?
Well, let's get the Urban Dictionary definition.
I got the official Urban Dictionary. So the definition of a simp basically is describing someone who shows excessive sympathy and empathy and attention towards another person, typically someone who does not reciprocate these same feelings. So an example of that, for example, would be like Monique and Professor Ogilvy. If we're talking about if we're talking about fictional characters. But
in that case, she was the simp.
She was. She came close a few times though, y'all. She did. But I think in today's sense, I've noticed, and you guys definitely chime in, that the term simp is used now for in essence, men who are too nice to women, it seems like, right?
Like men who show their love to women or show that they appreciate their woman
publicly
are called simps. Like who do it publicly, who uplifting their woman, doing whatever it takes to make sure she good and doing everything, that the man's supposed to do, but they're doing it publicly for the world to see. They're looked at as simps because they ain't out here running the streets like Future's raggedy ass.
I look, okay, we got the reference. Russell Simp. Oh, excuse me.
Did you just call him Russell Simp?
I did say Russell Simmons. Wrong, Russell. Russell Wilson is the world's biggest simp, right? According to the fellas out here, the way he caters to Sierra. But who's to say Sierra ain't catering back? It's like Applejack said, those unbalanced relationships is who you calling a simp. But the ones, Green Eye said, the ones calling them simps is suckers because they don't know no better.
That's true.
Don't know no better. They suckers.
That's true.
And it is, I think, like, my personal opinion, of course, if it holds anyway, is that you cannot, whether you are male or female, you can't be you can't be a simp in a relationship. That's because at the end of the day, the whole point of being in a relationship is to spoil your partner. So
it's give and take.
It's give and take. So if you're with someone and you feel that you can't spoil them financially, or whatever resources you have, honestly, and you feel like that's simping, leave that relationship. Because clearly you don't value that person in that way, right? Like if you feel like, oh, no one, if you're in a relationship and you're worried about getting played, you might want to question that relationship. You might want to question whether you are feeling unsupported or the reciprocity in the relationship, or you might want to question whether you have a warped version of what support is in a relationship, or you might want to question whether it is your feelings for that person, right? Because maybe the thought of caring for someone in a relationship shouldn't make you feel like a simp. It shouldn't.
Right.
It's been said twice in the comments back to back. Relationship's supposed to be 100, 100. If you ain't giving 100, 100.
You know, a lot of people on that 50-50, it's 100. You got to give 100% of yourself. They got to give 100% of themselves for it to work. Because it got to come together for both people in the situation to be what it's supposed to be. And because people see my man doing this for me or doing that for me, and they don't necessarily see what I do for him, don't mean he a simp.
Right.
Because he's staying there for a reason. I don't think, well, I shouldn't say that. Because there have been women who've done it. Which is another question I'm going to bring up in a second. But it just would baffle me as for a man, per se, to be with a woman. Well, no, because they do it all the time. These dudes who get these chicks who ain't got nothing to offer, don't bring nothing to the table. And they just out here sugar daddy and they like the way. Because she cute and she look good on Instagram. And you're right, Green Eyes, it ain't their business.
It ain't their business. My relationship, if he's simping, that's for me. It ain't none of your business what he do for me. It ain't none of your business what I do for him.
On the flip side, Jess brought up a good point.
So here's my flip side to that. So men call other men simps because they go out of their way. They take care of women. They cater to them. They do this. They do that. So my question to men or anybody in general, would a woman be considered a simp because she's taking care of a man, making sure he got a place to live, giving him food, helping him out when he ain't got no job, letting him drive around in her car, all of that stuff? Does that make a woman a simp?
I have to say, on the women's side, or at least from what I've seen perspective, we may not call them simps, but we do call them fools.
Yeah, we
do call them fools.
We call
even
them
though, and it goes back to the same thing. We don't know the dynamic of the relationship.
True.
We do say, we do say that they are kind of, yes,
it's a fine line. I know it's a fine line.
It's a reverse. It's reverse,
but
right?
it's the opposite.
So
when you think about it,
if you think about it, Kim is, say for example, like Jess said, you are, say for example, you are more of the breadwinner. You bring more of the money in, so you cover more.
You giving your all, and he giving 25%, which is basically like a little good paying every now and then. Maybe cooking dinner, and being there when the kids come home from school, if y'all got kids, type thing. And you giving your 100%, he give you 25%.
Right.
So
see, she borderline dumb, but I mean it's the same both sides. If a man is doing it for you, if there's not any reciprocity in it,
so
if there ain't,
that's the question. Does that make the woman a simp? Or on the flip side, if it's a man doing all of that for a woman, other men would call him a simp, but are men gonna say a woman is a simp for doing the same things for a man who ain't really bringing nothing to the table?
Is he dumb for doing that for his woman?
What do you think, Candace?
I think it depends. I mean, what's the reciprocity? Like we had the conversation on the last show. Relationships ain't necessarily all got to be about monetary, right?
Right.
What money he's giving. If he's, we had, was it the Jack and Jen show where we talk about, she's, he make 80K, she make 160K. That was, I think, Melinda's point. And y'all done had kids. Somebody need to stay home with the kids. It ain't gonna be the person making 180K. It might be him. Is she a simp for being the one that's out making the money and he's at home taking care of the family? Would you rather give up that 100K on your side and live off of his 80K and you be the one to stay home? So it just it depends on the circumstances of why there is that, why she's the breadwinner.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, if it's flipped around, does that make him, the simp? Did he just get laid off in the pandemic? Life happens,
Listen, you're asking for too many specifics. We just In general.
So to her question, did he just get laid off? No, I'm saying as a woman, there are some women who will meet a guy and he will make himself seem like he's all this and all that. Serve her up this representative. And then by the time she finds out that he ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, she head over heels and she decides to say, okay, you can come stay with me. I'm going to help you get on your feet. You can use my car while I'm at work. But instead of him getting on his feet, he's still out here running these streets and using your car to go to some other chick house, but you going to stick beside her. Because you ride the night. So does that make you, as the woman, a simp?
I think that when I think of the term, yeah, that's a good
what she said?
She said it's simp a new term from this new generation.
Yeah, so basically, like a lot of times it tends to be used with, it is a new term, and it tends to be used with men who, in essence, are like too nice to women or provide care. So a lot of times, even though that's not in essence, the true word of simp is like basically someone who does too much for someone who doesn't reciprocate it. That's the true. Yeah. It could be woman, it could be man, you know. But
it's doing the most for somebody who is doing the most for somebody who's not reciprocating anything in return. You giving your all to this person and they ain't giving you nothing in return. No, nothing. But you're going out of your way to do whatever you can to keep them in your life.
Right.
That's the definition of what a simp is. But lately, other men have been calling guys who aren't afraid to showcase their woman or openly take care of their woman, do stuff for the woman, provide for the woman, show everybody how much they love their woman. Men have been calling them simps without even knowing whether or not the woman could be doing the same thing. You could openly see the woman is doing the same thing, but the men, these futures of the world, are calling these men simps.
So we're asking if it's the reverse.
So my question was, if the roles are flipped and it's
Simpin either way. By definition, in my opinion, it's Simpin either way. But again, that's only if there's no reciprocity.
Right.
Correct. Right. So it's only Simpin if there's no reciprocity.
Who in the room? I'm being nosy. I'm trying to see who up in there. Jack and Jen Knowledge. What up, bro? All up in the building.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Jack and Jen.
And I say what's up. I chimed in.
No, they snuck in. They
don't love us like they say they do.
They didn't want to join in on the simping conversation. They like, nah, we use that word too.
Okay, but the other part of our question is the pick-me's.
Oh my God.
Now the pick-me's are different from the simps.
Mm-hmm.
The pick-me's are these, let me make you think I'm everything you say you want in hopes that you're going to choose me.
The pick-me, in my opinion, is someone who purposely makes them seem, they make them seem like they are, they purposely make themselves seem like they are different. Mm-hmm. Now, I hope I don't ruffle any feathers in here, but an example of that to moi is Derek Jackson.
Where are you going?
It is. Because all the stuff you be saying, I'm like, men ain't that bad. I got a few brothers. I mean, I do. Yeah, I like them all.
It's the pick-me's are the ones that's going to say whatever they got to say, do whatever they got to do, because they have heard you. They might have seen you somewhere or seen you in a certain environment, seen how you live. So they got to make themselves look like they're everything you looking for or that you want. So that you can get
because they can watch your life.
Right. From they're also trying to impress the opposite sex.
She like that. Ooh, right. He love football. This his team.
Right.
All of a sudden, I'm a Seahawks fan because that's what he likes.
And they're also trying to impress.
And they never watched a football game a day in their life.
They're trying to gain favor.
And I was not a Buckeye fan before, but I grew to love.
Right. No, but it's like,
you didn't do that to get him to pick you. You already had him. So that's not the same. That's not the same thing. I'm saying you doing stuff to get him to choose you is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Or so your goal, the goal. I mean, I won't say the goal, but they purposely make themselves appear different so that they can be chosen. Now, don't get me wrong. Like now, of course, people you say you will pick me if you disagree with their statement, stuff like that. But in essence, it's basically someone who, in essence, purposely tries to be,
Be what they not.
I'm not like the other girls. I ain't like them other guys. You've heard that statement before. Yes.
Carl said,
Salesman. Yes, exactly.
that's what they
Like,
said to a limit.
yes.
Yes, they have.
They have been around forever. You probably can think of women who have been pick me's who, say for example, someone said something, maybe not really representative of all women, but they're just like, yeah, that's that's true.
Look, they were me too. Oh, you like girl, me too. Oh, boy, me too. That was them.
Pick me's is not just relationships, it's friendships.
They to pick me.
It's co-workerships, it's friendships, it's not just relationships. Because you got some people, they see, like, as far as friendships, they see, oh, she doing this, she doing that. Her and her friends, they doing this, they doing that. Let me act like I can be a part of this group, too.
Yeah, stay in your lanes. You got to know your lane and run in it.
Yep. You got to be you at all costs. Because if somebody going to be with you, whether it be relationship, friendship, business, they're going to be with you because of who you've authentically showed them who you are.
And the problem with pick-me's is you done sold this bill, a bill of goods, right? And then when they finally get to know you, they finna dump you off on the side because you ain't what you
same as you just or worse.
You're an excellent actor, and you sold this stuff, and you lost yourself in the process.
Right,
that part too. Because you see all the time where, like, you see these dudes who post these chicks that they done met on Instagram or they done met on some social media site, thinking they getting this bad chick who got all this going on. Then when she show up at the airport, she ain't nothing like what they've been in love with for all these months. And then you see these videos of chicks getting left or getting told your Uber is downstairs or you can't even come in the house. Your Uber will be here in 5 minutes to take you back to wherever.
Uncle Jack said people are scared to be their authentic self. They got to stop that.
She's right. That is absolutely true. People are afraid to be themselves.
Talking about that. You can't thrive if you ain't being you.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That goes back into loving yourself. If you don't love yourself enough to be yourself,
catfishing.
Ain't nobody else gonna love to fake you. You don't even love to fake you because that ain't you.
You're basically doing it to seek favor. And if you're doing it to seek favor, you're basically just doing it to people please. Whether it be to try to go into a certain friends group to try to impress the opposite sex, or maybe the same sex if that floats your boat. But at the end of the day, you're right, it's a front. And it's like if that's not your authentic self, then after a while it's like, wait, then who are you? Really?
Lady Green said it's that, and people are afraid what others are going to think of them.
Correct.
So it takes some folks longer than others to get to the point where others' opinions don't matter no more. They don't. And some people are blessed and they learn and find themselves real early. Mm-hmm. And they learn that I don't care. I'm going to be me. Because not being me hurts me more than it hurts anything else. Not being able to be me and live fully how I am and who I am and do what I like. I had my students at work ask me this week, what advice would you give to yourself if you was my age? So if I had to talk to myself, I said, how old are you? It was in like 20, 21. I said, I would say live. Don't be out here rushing to jump in these relationships and get married. Not saying there's something wrong with getting married early, but live. Go out, travel. You know why? Because once you go from 1 to 2, it ain't about you no more. you got to figure out how we work together. Well, you got to figure out how you succeed and live and work successfully on your own before you can become two. So go do all the things you want to do before you can't do that, because there's somebody else that you have to consider before making that choice. So find you, do you, be you, so that you attracts somebody that you can go out and do the same things with once y'all together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I read Michael Todd's Relationship Goal. And one of the things he said in that book that has continuously stuck with me is that when you're with somebody, you still have to always work on your singleness. Because a lot of people get in relationships and lose themselves. And by singleness, he don't mean like, oh, you single out here in the streets. No, you gotta continuously work on you, and have time for yourself. Make sure you're still in touch with yourself and you're still living as your true self, dating yourself, doing that kind of stuff. You got to do the internal work. Just because, oh Lord, I did all this work, I prayed for a man, I finally got a man. Now it's all about that man and I forgot about me.
And they're done that and doing it again.
That don't ever work. Because then you become miserable and resentful to that man, but not because of something he did, because you gave up on yourself.
And not just that man, that woman too.
Woman too, yeah.
Simps. Not just that man, that woman too. All right. Let me jump in these comments.
It goes both ways.
Abjack said, I think once someone goes through some things, they find out who they are. It took me a long time without being attached to others. Yes, I can definitely attest to that. Applejack said same. You got to go through some stuff to find yourself. I hope, unfortunately. And, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, you're going to love, you're going to lose. But you're going to find you.
And you got to, once you find you, and once you find you and you genuinely love you, nothing nobody can do or say gonna make you not love you.
Then that pick me phase definitely goes all the way up.
You will walk away from whatever you might thought, oh, this was the best job I ever had. This was the best relationship I ever had. The best friendship I ever had. But because it doesn't serve you the way it should serve you, and you not happy with you the way you should be happy with you, you'll let it go. And not think
from a distance. I didn't say it before. It's okay to love your folks from a distance. That don't mean you love them any less. That just means I'm not in that. We said ride or thrive at the beginning of this episode, right? I'm not thriving. We riding, but I ain't thriving. I gotta let you go so I can thrive.
Right.
And sometimes it's like that.
Right.
Absolutely.
What y'all think? Where y'all at, y'all? I ain't got no clock close, but I don't know what our time is. But talk to us. I feel like no fellas in the room today, except for Jack and Jen, and they not talking back.
They don't want to talk to us today.
If y'all didn't catch Jack and Jen on Sunday, though,
it was good. I couldn't catch up on it because I didn't see it. I had to catch up on it. It was all right.
Those fellas.
I was looking for it on YouTube, and I didn't see it on YouTube. Did they not post on YouTube?
It didn't hit YouTube. Listen, so what had happened last weekend was the Flip and Fly weekend, and they might have been a little tipsy even on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. So I'm sure the episode gonna go up soon though. I'm sure they see coming. But if y'all ain't catch it, follow them, Jack and Jen Knowledge on IG. Watch the live. It's posted.
Applejack's just made a good point.
Amen.
We learn to love at a young age, but we are never taught when to let it go when it's time. And that is so true. That is so, so very true. Hence the ride or die. People are staying in places they should not be.
You dying inside.
Yeah, that's the dying.
You dying on the inside.
That's the dying. Because you don't know when to let go of something you probably should have never been involved in the beginning to begin with. Because there's always signs, you just choose to ignore them. Or you think maybe this is just a little fluke and it won't be like this.
Them reason, season, lifetime people, you confusing them and holding on to them reason folks
Yep.
instead of letting them go. Telling you.
Yep. You gotta let folks go when you know that ain't where you should be. No matter what kind of relationship it is. Friendship, relationship, businessship, churchship, whatever.
Whatever.
Yes.
Frozen up in here. Elsa in this beat. You hear me? Let it go. See, Applejack said because it's a hard pill to swallow, but y'all better swallow it. Applejack swallows. I was.
Why you don't put her business out there like that?
I was reading the comment. She Kim J said, yeah, forgive me, it's all love, you know what's up. She Kim J says, I can say that I was taught to let go. When it's time, I just didn't listen to that. My bad. I ain't mean to put your business in the street like that.
That's true. We never listen. We know when we're supposed to let go of stuff. We know when we're supposed to not be in certain situations. But we stay in them because we want to.
I think one of my favorite phrases is until you learn your lesson, you keep getting it over and over in different forms. Right? Like, yes. So basically until it literally smacks you in the face and you're like, oh damn, that's what you've been trying to say. You will get the same lesson repeatedly through life over and over and over again. And I think that's one of my favorite phrases. And I always remember that, like, in regards to being authentic to self, always knowing that, yes, it's okay to let someone go. Yes, it's okay. With friendships too. We're talking about like friendships, family, relationships. Yes, sometimes you have to let people go and just say, hey, that was a great lesson.
Yeah.
And keep it moving.
But if you don't learn the lesson, you're gonna just keep saying, why does keep happening to me? Why I keep ending up in these situations? Because you didn't learn the first time. So we're going to keep showing you, or you're going to keep seeing that lesson
until you
going through that experience. It's click in your head that ain't where you're supposed to be.
You got to put that ear right here so it's not in one ear and out the other. Until you let it marinate up in their mental for a little bit.
Yeah. But we're human. We going to keep making mistakes. And it's going to take us a while to learn lessons. But once you learn them, then you know.
And when you know better,
you do better.
We hope.
You hope. You should. You should.
We hope.
You should do better when you know better.
Because you saw Walmart with the Juneteenth ice cream. But I won't go there. I won't go there. I'm going to stop, drop.
Shut them down.
Wait. What is happening?
Okay.
What is happening?
But yes, when you know better, you do better. You do. Walmart.
They ain't the only ones.
They not.
And I hope y'all had a wonderful Juneteenth. And we passed it, but happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, potential fathers.
Yes. I didn't know I was a father. Happy Father's Day to y'all too.
We appreciate all the hard work and all the love you share. Well, hold on to what, JC?
You didn't hear what your friend said?
But I didn't know what
said to all the fathers who didn't know they were fathers.
It happens.
It does. You can't leave them out because they ain't know.
You got one out there. You just ain't found you yet.
Listen. I'm just saying.
Y'all a mess. Oh, goodness.
But yeah, anyway. Listen, we're about to wrap this up. This has been a good topic. We've had some good feedback for y'all.
Y'all still got more to say. The happy hour will continue in the comments.
Yes,
For sure.
happy hour always continues in the comments. The comments say,
Appreciate you guys. Much love.
love you too, Green Eyes.
Thank you. Remember, simping ain't pimping. So if there's no reciprocity, just let it go. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? And if there is reciprocity, who cares? Like, your relationship is your relationship. Whether you go balls to the wall for your girl,
Yes.
or whether you go, I haven't found a phrase for the female genitals yet, but I'll think of that. I'll think of it. But we'll just say balls to the wall for your guy too. Most definitely. And
Lips to the hip.
lips to the hip. Why would their lips be
I don't know. It came up. This is what popped in my head.
It rhymes for her. That's it.
Who's lips on the hip? But and then remember, like, it's okay to be you. You don't have to. You know you are wonderfully made. You are unique. You don't need to be a pick-misha. I had Googled that. That's how I found out.
Pick-misha.
Google pick-misha.
Thank you, you can be yourself. Do your thing.
Love y'all. For real.
Everybody raise your glasses. One last cheers.
Cheers to the end of the happy hour. That don't never end. Happy hour continues in the comments shortly, ladies. So
yes. Thank y'all for talking and drinking with us.
Thank you.
And we'll see y'all in a couple weeks. But don't forget, we got a question for y'all coming up. Question of the week is coming up. So be on the lookout.
Next Thursday, question of the week.
Yes. We love y'all. Thanks for
refill it, Green Eyes. If it's empty, refill it.
Yes.
My glass empty too, and someone drank it. And I'm tired of people doing that.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Who cup is it? That's who drank it.
I know.
Love y'all for real.
Anyway, thank
Bye,
y'all.
Thank you.
Love y'all. See y'all in 2 weeks. Peace.
Don't simp.